Wow, thank you, Patrick, and thank you to all our viewers, those are here physically and those are online. My name is George Washiri. I work with the Optiven Group, and I'm so happy to be back to GLS. It's a forum I love, I like, because when I see so many people who want to be entrepreneurs, it inspires me. And yes, over COVID, we really changed our mindset. Because COVID came, and initially we were seeing it in China. And we thought it was too far until the first case was proved. And for me, it was not easy, because when the crackdown came and the companies were closing, it was one of the most toughest times. You know, you close, I remember we first of all closed the real estate, because people were fearing. We went to our hospitality, we closed our 4 restaurants, and people were home, and my thoughts were, they started to be paid, and people are home, and they're not producing. But one of the lessons I learned is that it's very, very important to trust in God. That was my lesson number 1. I also learned it's very, very important to be open. And I remember starting the Zoom meetings, encouraging people, inspiring all my employees, we call them partners. And that was a game changer, because people were scared. I also learned that it's very important to think differently, because how we survive as Optiven, we say we are home, yes, but can we use the current technology to keep talking to our customers, to keep talking to internal customers and external customers? And by the grace of God, over COVID, instead of really closing down or going down, our revenues went up.
Wow, interesting. Well, with the benefit of hindsight, with the foresight that God has given you, and the lots of insight that you have as a CEO in this city of ours, I'm curious to find out, what would you say it takes to begin from scratch? What does it take to begin from scratch? With all the benefit of hindsight, the foresight that you have, and the insights that you have. What does it take to build from scratch?
Wow, for you to start from we call it ground zero. For you to start from ground zero, you need what I call resilience. Because when you are starting, there are many discouragements. And when you are starting, you have many ideas. And you want to implement this idea, you have this other idea, and every time you share this idea with somebody, you get an additional idea. And for me, I remember when I was starting, I had many ideas. And those who know my story, I tried 50 businesses that failed. That was idea after idea. 15 of them.
15.
You try, you say, no, this one is not working, you close it. You try this one, you are auctioned. You try this one, it completely fails you. Ground zero. It requires a lot of resilience, it requires trusting in God, it requires commitment, it requires energy. Sometimes you start an idea, it's coming up after 1 year, it is down, and sometimes you wake up and say, hey God, what did I do? Did I do the right thing? Sometimes you have headache, you know, and for me, I respect the starters, I respect the entrepreneurs, because entrepreneurship is a journey. When you see a successful entrepreneurship, ask for a story. That's why for me, I did my story. So that when people see George Washington, there's a story here. You read this one, and don't shed tears. You must be a very tough person. And I know it's not easy. It's not easy. However, they say that the world is controlled by about 11% of people who dare to dream. And for you to dare to dream, there are some times you have daydreaming. You're not sure whether that dream is the real one. And that's my experience. However, I want to encourage our people who are watching us that there must be somebody to start something. Because if all of us copy, as we were saying earlier, it means that no new innovations, no creativity, no new things. And that's why you must encourage our people to start from ground zero and you keep going. But it requires resilience, it requires commitment, it requires you to become a mentor. It is a whole school.
Mr. Washiri, Kenya is home to some very successful startups and some not very successful. What's the differentiator? Why would others thrive while others are barely surviving? And are there some pitfalls that, in your experience, you could point out and say, these are the pitfalls to avoid when you go the way of startups?
Well, yes, we have seen a lot of very, very successful ventures like Optiven.
I agree.
Or Equity Bank.
I agree.
Or Safaricom. And one thing I have discovered why these ventures are very successful. Number one is leadership. Everything rises and falls on leadership. If a leader is not properly is not a visionary, not dedicated, the startup cannot go to the next level, cannot be able to climb the mountain.
Okay.
I have also discovered that the successful startups, they are those startups that value people.
Okay.
Because people buy people. People don't buy products.
Really?
There are many people who are selling properties, but people buy people. I'll come to level pattern because I know you. I know you are honest. I know your integrity. People buy people. Lastly, you must provide a solution. What are you providing for communities?
Okay.
Life is not about George. Me, I, myself. That is evil trinity.
Okay.
Life is about providing opportunities for other people. It's about lifting other people. And once any venture that does those kind of things, supporting people, supporting communities, they succeed. When you give back to the community, what happens? God opens doors for you. You don't struggle. Look at the successful organizations in the Western country.
Sure.
When they achieve their end of life, and they say they want to go to with Abraham, they say 90% of my wealth goes to foundation. Let me talk to entrepreneurs.
Sure.
Pitfalls why companies go up,
Yes.
go down. Let me use the local language, Maringo.
Maringo.
You get money, you are on top of things, and you want people to know, hey, Reverend Patrick, George Washington has money. Pride comes before a fall. And God doesn't like proud people.
Where did you start? Or let me rephrase it. How did it start? How is it going? Just briefly, the story of Optiven.
Wow, thank you, Reverend. The story of Optiven is a long one.
Okay, but you can keep it
And
short.
it's in the book.
Ah, very good.
You know, Optiven is the 16th company to start. When we started, I got baptism by fire. I lost the 5 million the first transaction.
5 million lost.
And that was 10 years savings. I couldn't believe it. I think I was a stupid man. You know, because when I went to buy this land, the guys had a small office with the 2 staff, and they did not check properly. And the money together, the money went. The people went off, and the Kenya is big. I've never seen them.
Very innovative Kenyans.
I've never seen them.
Never seen them. For 5 million, gone without a trace.
And I was depressed.
I'm sorry.
I was stressed. I was kicked away from my office, and my office became our park. We call it Uhuru Park.
Okay.
I was always there with my notebook, my Bible, and my pen. And it was not for 1 month, not 2 months, not 3 months, 1 year. But when I was in Uhuru Park, Reverend and our viewers, there's one thing I told God. God, please reinstate me. But if you do, I'll do 3 things.
Yes, sir.
Number 1 will be a tither. That's why for me, tithing is not debatable. It's not debatable. When my salary comes like this, goes my church. Then I told God, number 2, I will never be proud. That's why on my phone, I have many friends. My phone is 40,000 contacts. But the people who know me, you may not get me in a call. But Nagere is there. Like now I'm speaking. Calls are coming. Nagere is speaking.
Yes.
But send me a WhatsApp. I will respond. I will never be proud. Then I told God, I will give back to the community. That's how Optiven Foundation was born. We give and give and give. And we support Christian institutions. We are supporting International Leadership University. We are supporting Focus. We are supporting various Christian associations with different universities, because that's a commitment I made. Remember, Reverend, God is not short of entrepreneurs.
No, he's not.
If you don't do it, God will pick all what has given Optiven and deposit to somebody else.
But are there some challenges you keep running into even while at the peak of your game?
Oh yes, real estate in Africa is one of the most challenging assignments. And we are celebrating 22 years.
Okay.
And we had a celebration party. Telling God thank you.
Wow.
And it is not easy because in Africa, we have many wiser people than others. So somebody wants to pick money from you in a illegal way. And that's often that many Kenyan people have lost money in real estate. Personally, I lost money in real estate. And it's a very tough industry. So that's why for us at Optiven, every morning is devotion time. The other challenge we face, of course, as an entrepreneur, is how do we raise up many companies of integrity so that we can deliver. So those are some of the challenges we face. And of course, when we are starting, we have challenges of getting good people, honest people. But we discover people are developed. So we have been having a program we are calling management trainees. We take university graduates, we nurture them, we train them, we absorb some of them that are good. We have also discovered you can teach people by training. If there are places that people are trained in this country, I think Optiven is number one. Look at people like Kate Collin, who are crisscrossing here. Look at people like Nagirai, for example. Our people are refined. And then they have got the brand. And sometimes they are given offers. You know, they go there, they are neat, they are clean, they are eloquent. And they are given offers. They say, no, I own Optiven. Because we have one slogan. Who owns Optiven? Everybody in Optiven owns Optiven, not George.
The partners.
What I get is salary. So they are getting the benefits of this organization. And that's why I want to encourage entrepreneurs. When you raise a company, don't say my company. No, you are too small. Say our company. Our company. When you talk to somebody, say, you know, my company. That's selfishness. That company has not grown. It's our company. Our company. Our company.
A number of Kenyans, talking about malpractice, a number of Kenyans within the country and in the diaspora have been swindled in the real estate business. I'm one of us who bought a house off plan with my wife, and they just vanished. A couple of years ago. But God helped us, we recovered. So what are some red flags, some telltale signs we should look out for? Because we want to own homes, we want to join the league of George Washuri and others. So what are some red flags we should look out for in some of these real estate transactions? Just one or two or three.
There are a few things that you must check that I did not check. That's why I was called. If you are being sold property by Optiven, for example, check who are the directors. There's something called CR12. Who owns this company? How is the character of the directors? Do they have records that are doubtful? If you are buying from an individual, who is this individual? Check the ID. Does the individual own this land? Does the ID correspond to the title? And does the photo in the ID reflect the photo of Reverend Patrick? Very important. And then also check, go to site. If you go to site and find, oh, there are beacons here, they are now removed, red flags. There must be a case. Or you go to site and say, land not for sale. You know? Those are red flags. And once, you can also check how long has the company been trading. For me, the company that called me, because it was only 2 years. But I did not go to their house to check how long has the company been trading. That's what I was. And always get a lawyer to check the transaction. And don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry. Take your time.
Take your time.
Take your time. So that you are able to investigate and to check. Nowadays the internet is easy. You just go there, Optiven.
Well, these being leaders, God has been amazing and very gracious to us. We have about 5,000 people gathered at GLS 2022. What would be your parting shot to these leaders? We have leaders from across industry. We have students, we have CEOs, we have Christian leaders, we have clergy. What would be your parting shot to these leaders, as Mr. George Washuri?
I would say that leadership is not dictatorship. Leadership is servanthood. Leadership is about inspiring people to deliver. Leadership is about inspiring solutions. And as leaders, we have a responsibility to move our people from one level to the next. We have a responsibility to encourage our people to climb the mountain. Everything rises and falls with leadership. I want to quote John Maxwell. And the best leader, they are those leaders who don't develop resources. The best leaders, the great leaders, they are those who develop people. And as a leader, don't be happy when you are developing followers. Develop leaders. If you come to Optiven, I am becoming irrelevant. There are better leaders in Optiven than George Washuri. There are more qualified people in Optiven than George Washuri. That's leadership. leave a legacy of other able leaders than you. Why, Reverend Patrick?
Yes.
We are getting older. So develop other people who are better than you. Don't crush them. Don't finish them. Men, let's develop each other. If you do that, Africa is going to change. Our country is going to change. We have a responsibility for our nation. We have a responsibility for Africa. We have a responsibility for the kingdom, because we are the people to develop the kingdom of God and support God's work.
Thank you. A round of applause for Mr. George. Thank you so very much. Very, very, very inspiring. The Lord bless you.